What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to Hungary for success in Ireland. Today we play Canada and Andorra. Very different formation to what we're used to playing. As you can see, we've gone and selected our team for these two games. It's a strange mix. Shane Duffy, standard, 84 caps for Ireland, has to play. Michael Obafemi and Troy Parrott are going to be our two starting strikers. They're the only players that have 50 plus caps. And then you go down here and you look and you see we have 10 players making their international debut, which is interesting, also slightly scary. And one major issue we have is we don't have wingbacks. Drew Cahill is a left back. He's not the best. Not terrible, but he's not the best. He's the best Irish left back possible. And the only good right back we have is Leo O'Connor. The second best right back, Cyrus Christie. So, yeah. We do have a wide range of ages, Shane Duffy being 34. And he's going to be probably the focal point of our centre-backs. And then we have Connor Gill on the opposite end, who's 18 and a centre-back. So we have a wide selection. Like one of our goalkeepers, Man City, obviously, Bazanuzu, standard in FM19. You get the opportunity to play him. You always do. But then we have people playing for like Lincoln, St. Johnston, Quaveen Kelleher has never played for Ireland at the age of 27. To be fair, he's barely played for Millwall in 3 seasons, so it kind of makes sense. We do have a couple of Irish League of Ireland players. Saying that, we don't actually have that many, do we? We do. Conor Nolan at Cork City. Martin Tierney at UCD. St. Pat's, we have Andrew Poynton. Ben Morrissey from Cork City. The biggest issue we have is, as you can see, I was looking for right midfielders for our formation. Not the biggest national pool. I know it looks big, but this is nothing compared to what I was used to. But if you look at it, pretty much every high potential player is English. And they all think they're going to be able to get into the England World Cup squad. So, we're going to wait until the World Cup squads are announced, and then we're going to be like, hey, do you guys want to play for Ireland? And they're probably all going to turn around and go, no. And then we'll be like, okay, we'll come back in 2 years when England qualify for the Euros and you don't make it into their team. But as previously stated, we are changing the formation. We haven't changed the formation for more than a couple of games in quite a while. And this is what we're going playing with. We're playing a 3-4-1-2. Because, like I said, no fullbacks. Nobody can play at wing back either. We barely have anyone who can play right or left midfield. But I don't want to just play a really central focused team. So this is the team we're going to play. Kevin Clark, his condition's gone down since he arrived with us. That's annoying. But we've Bazanuzu in goal, Duffy, Brennan and Wilkinson in central defence. Just Brennan's played before. Wilkinson's making his debut. Unknown at Crew in League 2. We're scraping the barrel here, boys. We are scraping the barrel. We have Power and Connell as our wingers, playing in like right midfield and left midfield, whereas normally we have wingers. I did attempt to do with a control brother, could not find the players to do it. We don't have the players. So AEK Luca Connell is playing as a wide midfielder when really he wants to be an inverted winger or a wide playmaker. Tough shit, buddy. You're playing my system. This is the best I can do. Clark and Cullen play in central midfield together, with Ronan just in front of him, and Obafemi and Parrott leading the line. So let's find out how... Because I did toy with the idea of doing a 3-4-3 and just having 3 strikers. We don't really have that many good strikers, so it makes it really difficult. Yeah, go out and impress me. We lack anything behind Bazunu in goal. We lack fullbacks, as I've already stated. We lack wide players, so like just wide players in general. Fullbacks, wingbacks, midfielders, wingers. Like we don't have an awful lot going on there. We don't have an awful lot of attacking midfielders. We don't have an awful lot of strikers. So there's an awful lot of issues with this squad. If I can persuade some of those English kids and a couple of Welsh kids randomly that Ireland is worth, attempting to play for, then we'd be in a significantly better situation. I thought that was going to be a sending off. Why is the number 3 playing in central midfield? Bazunu. That was a no-no. You definitely won't be starting the next game anyway. Because we are playing Andorra. I do believe we're going to be capable of beating Andorra. If we can't beat Andorra, then I think we're in trouble. Connell whips it in. Michael Obafemi. Oh, I haven't actually set up the free kick and corner routines for this tactic. This was something I thought up last night. I had a dream that we played this formation and we didn't get absolutely destroyed. So I was like, hey, we're playing 2 friendlies. We're basically not doing anything this year. Why not throw in a random formation and see what happens? And so far, less than ideal. Oh, Troy Parrott! Yeah, he knew nothing about that. But still, we'll take it. Scooter will be raging now that Canada are being beaten. Blame Canada. Oh, Canada. It's awful when your best left midfielder is right-footed. Power. Hacks down his man but gets away with it. When one of your best defenders is 34 years old, you know you're in trouble. Other than Shane Duffy, if we don't get any of the English lads to become Irish or take on Irish as their main... Oh, Jesus. Oh, Bazunu manages to hold on to the ball. If none of the English kids take on Irish... take Ireland as their main... If they don't declare for us, we're fucked. We have no... it got to the point where John Egan was in the squad and he's 32 and struggling. Well, not really struggling, but he's not having a great time. But then again, you look at it, one of our centre backs today plays in League 2, so we don't have the most talent available to us. I think this may be a decision I regret. Leaving Hungary, a country where we'd gotten into quite a few tournaments. The World. I think this was one of those decisions I made where I went, do you know what? We lost this. We didn't qualify for this World Cup. I'm leaving because it's a load of bollocks, and now I regret it because we are we've dropped so far down in the world. It is crazy. My attacking midfielder is number 3. That's fantastic. I'm so glad that I realised that. I'm going to give Connor Nolan the chance. He cannot play person forward, so he's just going to be a poacher. McGugan, anybody who doesn't know who he is, starts the game at Barcelona. Don't know how he's at Barcelona. He's not really good enough. He's in our team because he can literally play anywhere on the pitch. So it's nice to have a player who can play wherever you want him to play. And you want to be a box to box. So if I do this, everyone's happy except Clark. Not that fussed about Clark, to be honest. Shane Duffy needs to come off. We're going to bring on Connor Gill. You want to be a stopper? That's one thing as well. So many players want to be stoppers. It's insane. Yeah, bring on Ben Morrissey. What do you want to do? What are you? What are you, Ben? You're an attacking midfielder. Okay, so we're just going to go back to this. Yeah, we're going to play a Trequartista. I haven't played a Trequartista in... Oh god, Trequartistas don't work. Oh, we don't have a left midfielder on the bench. Ooh. Ooh. This is... Ooh. What if... And hear me out. What if... Oh, this is a terrible idea. Yeah. That works. Why not? Go on, lads. Liam Miller was the player we were told to watch out for. He's coming on, you know, as you do. Andorra are beating Liechtenstein. Oh god, I think we could be in for a very difficult game against Andorra, which is not something I've ever said. Nor do I think did I ever think I'd say. Power, Morrissey, power, whips it in, Parrott. How did the keeper get a hand on that? It looked like the keeper was, you know, a good 5-6 yards away, and he managed to get a hand on that. Brennan, the centre back, to Gill, the other centre back, to Power, whips it in. Nobody's there to pick it up. We really do not care for our centre backs, to be fair, with this formation. And on our, what is Clark doing? With the normal formation, we wouldn't really have. Go on, Parrott. I tried to dink the keeper. It's not going to happen. Obviously, we're not going to play like this all the time. It's purely because we don't have left midfielder. We're in a situation where we kind of have to make do with what we have. And what we have is not great. Then let's get creative. You know, you're playing with You're playing with a lot of more forward-thinking players. It'd be nice if you did something, you know, to... Cullen has had a horrendous game. So we're going to play a ball-winning midfielder, McGugan. Yeah, I completely lost my train of thought. But we don't have... This is a terrible decision. I thought about this for so long and still managed to make a bad decision. The fact that I brought a right back and a left back with me just in case I did decide that we needed to play with fullbacks. I think it was a poor decision on my part. Could really do with wide midfielders. Bazunu, to be fair to him, is keeping us in this game. I did think about bringing on one of the other two keepers as well, but I think we've made all our substitutions now. Liam Miller. I'm just going to check. Yeah. Shane Duffy in the pre... You can... Anybody who hasn't managed internationally, you hold a team meeting before you play your fixtures. So, like, with these two friendlies, we hold a team meeting, we talk about what, like, basically, because it's the first game, I was like, you know, this is your chance to impress me. Give me a reason to play you, or give me a reason to not be able to play. Make it so that you're undroppable, basically. And Shane Duffy was like, yeah, we're going to make it so that you can't drop us. One of my centre backs is about to take a penalty. Oh my god, he has 9 penalty taking. I think we send Troy Parrott to do it. He's got 1 down on penalty taking, but he's got 16 finishing. I'm just saying, Troy Parrott, the best Ireland player, probably without question, this generation. Can't even score a penalty. Oh my god, it's Medine all over again. Oh, anybody who's not watching my director of football save as well, I have one of the best strikers in the Mexican league. He's constantly top scorer, cannot score a penalty to save his life, but he has the best penalty taking skills on my team, and it's infuriating because he misses so many penalties. To be fair, Simon Power did well. Josh Cullen, you were like guaranteed to start the game, or to start every game. You had a bit of a poor one, buddy. Not gonna lie to you, it was a bit shit. Now we've 3 days till we play Andorra, who managed to give up their win against Liechtenstein. Callum Thompson's bruised knee. See, this is what I mean. Like he's a regular in League One, but like he's playing in League One. So we will be back in just a second for the Andorra game. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alright, fellas, we are back for our friendly against Andorra. We're changing the formation for this game because I want to see, is it worth continuing, or is it, yeah, if we beat Andorra, we're playing Andorra, surely we're just going to win this one comfortably. We've only beaten them twice, but we've only played them twice. But this is the team we're playing with. We are going back to Control Brada because why not? It's Andorra. We should beat Andorra fairly comfortably. Quaveen Kelleher is going to make his debut today. O'Connor and Cahill playing as our wingbacks, with Gill and Poynton as our centre backs. Brown and Clark playing in central midfield, with Power, Morrissey and Connolly ahead of them, and a cheeky little Connor Nolan up front. Cork City lad, have to play the Cork City lads. There's another Cork City striker I've been considering bringing in, so we shall see if he makes the next game, because I did intend on playing him in these 2 friendlies, but for some reason I removed him and kept Nolan. So yeah, the two of them not really the most prolific in terms of goal scoring, but it's nice to give a couple of young players an opportunity to show me what they're made of, and play some of the old fellas as well. There was a couple of players I looked at and considered as well for this squad, and I decided against picking them, and I'm not really sure why, to be honest. Like the fact that Connolly made an appearance, he's not that good, but then again, I don't think we actually have too many Premier League players in this squad. Clark's just gone and scored himself a penalty with his penalty taking of 9. Fantastic. We are not very good. But there was players that I considered who would be Andrew Poynton, first goal for Ireland. I think that's his debut as well. Yep, St. Pat's defender making his debut. Has only gone and scored against Andorra. But there was what's his name? Doyle Hayes, something like that. Jake Doyle Hayes or Jake, yeah, something like that. Considered giving him an opportunity, but I decided I wanted to play Clark as the playmaker, so he missed out, unfortunately. And then I brought up a bunch of... Oh, what a goal by Connolly! Well, genius. I picked him purely because he's one of the best strikers Ireland has. To be fair, it was very difficult to narrow the side down from 30 to 23. Because for a lot of it, it was just a case of taking shit out of the team and replacing it with slightly less shit. We didn't really have an awful lot that I looked at and went, do you know what? Guaranteed, I have to start them. Like, the only players I looked at and went, do you know what? I have to have them in the team. Michael Obafemi, Troy Parrott, Josh Cullen, Shane Duffy, and Bazunu. Pretty much the only players I had that I looked at and went, we have to bring them. If we don't have them in the squad, we're in trouble. It's a bit like Zabazali at Hungary. If we didn't have him, we'd be a lot worse off than we were. This is where the issues arise. We don't have a backup left back, and they only want us to play him for 45 minutes. So that's not ideal. We are going to bring on Josh Cullen as the box-to-box. I'll bring McGugan on at left back. We're going to make him a complete wing back on attack because he's got an inside forward ahead of him. Makes sense to me. And we're going to take Quiveen off for Tierney. Give him an opportunity. There's 3 substitutes at half time. Anyone else I really want to bring on? Kind of want to bring on Troy Parrott, but not right now. He can sit and rest for a wee little while. Maybe bring off a couple of players that are on the tired side, like Morrissey, Connor Gill. Yeah, never played for Brighton. Still makes it into the Ireland squad, based purely on the fact that one of the players I am trying ever so very hard to get into the team is playing for Rochdale in League 2? Maybe it's either League 1 or League 2, and he's one of our best options at centre back. Oh, Aaron Connolly, just without a shot, nobody celebrates with him. The poor man celebrates all by himself. His second goal of the game. Nobody seems to care that the dude has just gone and scored twice. They're like, yeah, whatever. McGugan to Connolly. Dings it out to Power. Whips it across. Nolan. Oh, so close. Connolly hits the crossbar. Do we take Connolly off even though he's on a hat-trick? Colin. Clark. McGugan. Whips it in. Morrissey. 5-0. Just before the hour. Ben Morrissey from Cork City. I think Drew Cahill. I have to check. I'm pretty sure Drew Cahill. Where are you? I think he's from Cove. And I found that interesting. He's from Cove. I, for some reason, looked specifically at where he was from. Nobody else. Didn't look at any of the other new gens. But for some reason I looked at him and went, he's from Cove. We're going to try and get him in. Power wins the ball back. Then Clark loses it to De Pablos. We're going to concede. Yeah. So poor Tierney on his debut doesn't keep a clean sheet. But Quiveen Kelleher, he kept a clean sheet. To be fair, he is playing sort of for Millwall. They've had one shot, one goal, One shot, one on target, one goal. Let's give the lads a bit of praise, whatever. Kevin Clark, you can come off for Callum Thompson, because why not? Going to bring Nolan off for... You're going to bring on Troy Parrott. Morrissey. Yeah, Conor Ronan. Why not? You know? It's what, 1, 2, 3... I think that's all our substitutions. Made... Is it? It is. It's fine. There's not long left in the game. Anyway, giving a bunch of people a run. They're having a bit of a fun time. Leave the lads at it. Can Connolly get his hat-trick? If Connolly gets a hat-trick, how do I not pick him in the next game? I only picked McGugan because he's such a versatile player. He can play pretty much anywhere you want. Connolly to Cullen. Whips it out to O'Connor. Crosses it in. Gets cleared, but Cullen picks it up again. That was a weird pass to O'Connor, but alright. Cullen picks it back up. McGugan. Oh, look. He hit that sweet like a nut. And nobody celebrates with McGugan. This is something about my my tactic. The left side always seems to be the side we focus most of our attacks down. And I'm not sure what it is about the tactic that does that. Because I have it... Like, the instructions are focus play down both sides. And look for overlap. But for some reason, the left is always where we get the majority of our chances from. We score quite a few goals from the left as well. Connolly to Power. O'Connor. Cullen. From distance, just wide. Well done, lads. Oh, you're not going to get that bit of praise. Connolly. McGugan. Whips it across. Power picks it up. Back to O'Connor. Just pings it off the Andorra defender. 6-1. I'm a little disappointed, to be fair, that we didn't win by more. Power. Oh. Alright, ref. You know, just blow. Just blow. Yeah, there we go. 6-1. Not a bad way to have your to finish your second match. I just can't believe that Andrew Poynton got himself a cheeky goal. I can't believe McGugan got a goal. 10th game. Yeah, he used to play for Barcelona. How he managed to play for Barcelona is beyond me. He's playing for Lorient in League 2 now. He's not a terrible player, to be fair, but he's definitely not someone who you'd expect to be playing week in, week out at a... I suppose he wouldn't play week in, week out anywhere at international level. But you know what I mean. You understand what I'm putting down. So that is absolutely delightful. That's a draw and a win in our first 2 games in charge of Ireland. Stroll to success. Classy Connolly. On form for Ireland. He's not been in the best of form. He had a he had an okay season for Palace last year. It was 1-5 the year before for Stoke. 1-4 for Millwall. He's not really prolific, so maybe playing him on the left is a good idea. And the lads are obviously, sufficiently happy with that result. I think the next lot of games we'll probably be playing will be in June, in the pre-World Cup friendlies. We might get a couple of those games against against countries that are going to be in the World Cup. So there might not be an episode on Saturday. We shall see. But hopefully there will be, because I kind of want to get into games with this Ireland team, because I want to see what they can do. Because as it stands, it's a little underwhelming. But at the same time, what did I expect? We're 58 in the world. Where did I leave Hungary? 44th in the world. Yeah, but you look at it, like, Chobot's worth 20 million almost on 34 grand a week. Sabazali worth 34 million. he's still not playing enough of the games. But yeah, like there's like Willian is worth 17 million, just went for almost 15 million to Wolves. That's what I've left behind. This is what I have now. Like Callum O'Dowda didn't even make my team for these two friendlies. Liam Kelly didn't make the team. To be fair, he probably would be good enough to play. Don't know why he didn't. To be fair, I'm not 100% sure why. He was injured, I think. He had a little knock and he wasn't eligible to be picked. And then Shawnee Maguire. He's a good lad, but like, ever since he left Cork, not really done the business, you know. His time in England has been pretty... Like, he's had two very good seasons in 1920 and 21-22. He had 2 seasons where he almost scored a goal every other game. But this season, 16-2, you know. Is he past it? Yeah, he is. Definitely, without question. Still playing at the Aviva Stadium. I suppose we're only 16 years into the future. UCD and Sligo are playing games here as well. Fair enough. Yeah. So we don't know when the next game is going to be. We don't know who we're going to be playing. But if you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends. If you have enjoyed. If you haven't, then leave a comment down below to let me know what you didn't enjoy. That being said, thank you very much for watching, fellers. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!